Alright then, let's get into it. This is Full Time Devils and this is tomorrow's transfer news today. Essentially, what it says on the tin. We bring you what all the papers are going to be talking about tomorrow, the night before today. So, let's get straight into it. I'm just going to open comments. There we go. Yeah, my name's Gaz, by the way, just in case you don't know. Right, let's get straight into it. First thing to talk about, Zlatan. I think it's a given. I think it's a given that Zlatan's coming back to Man United. I really do. I think that he's definitely going to be fit around Christmas time, January time. And I think that if United want him, he's there to get. And I think that we would want him, to be honest. I think that, we would want to bring him in for another 6 months. Even if he's not playing that much, even if Lukaku's the first team striker, you know what he's going to bring to the squad. He brings experience, he brings knowledge. I feel like it's a given. However, it's being reported in the Telegraph that apparently AC Milan aren't going to go in for him. Now, if these rumours do come about, I have no doubt that Raiola has something to do with it, and he's probably just trying to push the United move across. But I'm fairly sure that Zlatan will come back to United. And if he doesn't, it's not like a disaster. I'm sure some people might not even want to see him come back to United, actually. Right, moving on though, let's talk about the actual interesting transfer news that we've got, or the most interesting transfer news that we've got today, and that is about fullbacks. Now, we did the XS Manchester Football Social today. Full Time Devils was taking that over, so you'll be able to check that on the channel tomorrow. And we were discussing fullbacks, and we were discussing which places that we need to actually strengthen in the team. I said a winger and a left back, and Webby, who was on the show with me, it was me who agreed with Webby actually about the left back. I think that we're unbelievably weak at left back. Like I don't rate Darmian there, guys. I'm sorry, I just don't rate Darmian there. I don't understand how he continually just gets accepted as a first team left back. When he goes forward, he's so obviously right-footed, it's a hindrance. He has to stop every time and cut back to play a cross in. When he's defending, he always wants to tackle him on one side instead of that side, so they can always beat him on the outside. I just don't rate him at all there. Luke Shaw, I think, has been good when he's played there, but it's obvious that Mourinho doesn't really fancy him. And Daley Blind, guys, I know this is a controversial opinion, and I know that some people might hate me for this, and I don't think that he's a bad player, but last season Daley Blind was one of our worst players, without doubt, and I don't want to see him at left back. I just don't want to see it. Now, people really do tend to have short memories. They really do tend to have short memories, because a lot of people commenting now saying, Darmian's class, he was great in the Europa League final, he was great in pre-season. Well, I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about over the past year. And he wasn't great at the start. He wasn't great. So anyway, we're talking about fullbacks. Danny Rose is a name that we've been linked with. That's purely because of what he's come out with today, of course, saying that he's not happy at his wage in Tottenham. Dear Dums, how does he cope? And basically bit pretty lazily, in a way. United have been linked to him. I think to get Danny Rose, you'd be looking at spending £50 million. That's not me saying he's worth £50 million. But this is football, that's Tottenham, and Daniel Levy is in charge. So I think that it would cost a ridiculous amount of money. If we're going to go for a left back, I feel like we could get a cheaper option, to be honest. Let's see what people are commenting here. Aurier, Rose and a winger would guarantee the league for United. Well, it's funny you should say that, because there are some more reports surrounding Aurier at the minute. Of course, right back who's caused all sorts of palaver while he's at PSG, linked to Inter Milan massively. However, news has emerged recently that, according to one particular source, he's agreed to come to Manchester United. He's agreed terms with Manchester United, sorry. I'm just trying to get the source here for you, because like I say, it's not our sources. We're just United fans. We're not bloody journalists, so don't have a go at us if these don't happen. We're just repeating what the journos are saying. Loic Tanzi, I don't know if that's how you say his name, but he's a Paris Saint-Germain correspondent for Goal France, and he's saying that these agreed terms with Man United, Sergio Aurier, it's just a case of United and PSG agreeing terms on it. It makes sense because he's 24 years old, as a player, he's a good player. I rate him. When I've seen him, I've been quite impressed with him, actually. However, he's a bit mental, isn't he? He's mental. And do I really want to bring in a player who's going to be slinging out homophobic abuse to the manager who's done it in the past? No, I don't really. I'm sorry. He won't fit in Manchester very well, put it that way. As I don't think too many people would, actually. But yeah, that's the story, that he's apparently agreed terms with United. It's just a case of whether United or PSG agree to it. I'm not too fussed, to be honest. People agreeing with me in the comments. Aurier is just trouble. Liam, UFC is just bad publicity. Exactly. It's what I think as well. JJ10 says, I would love Bale at the club. Yeah, mate, and I'd love Jennifer Lawrence in my bed. You know, it's one of those. It's like, obviously, we'd all love Bale at the club, but that's not happening. So just forget that. Yeah, let's forget that. That's a good point from Louis, actually. Aurier would upset the chemistry we have in the team at the moment. It does seem like all the team get on with each other, doesn't it? It seems like we have a very friendly bunch of lads in the team, and he doesn't seem like that sort of guy. So I can't be arsed, really. Shahu says, when are you back on Corrie? What? Is that a Chesney joke? Or is it purely because I've got a very slight accent? If that's the case, bloody hell. And I'm going to finish on this story as well today. We're going to go over what we've already spoken about. But yeah, it was confirmed today about Timothy Fosu-Mensah joining Crystal Palace on loan. It's a great move, providing that Jose Mourinho has a plan for him. I don't want it to turn into one of these Chelsea loans, if you like, where they go and they don't come back for ages. Or when they come back, we're just going to get rid of him straight away. He's going to get first team games there. He needs to impress, of course. If he doesn't impress, it's his prerogative. And, you know, we'd end up getting rid of him. Fair enough. But I would like him to come back to Manchester United and be a real integral part of the squad next season. I really do hope he smashes it. It's a big season for Timothy Fosu-Mensah at Crystal Palace. Big season. I'm just gonna read a couple of comments. God, your comments are coming in well quick. Well, I'm trying to I need to pause it to get them back. Valentin says, Timothy Fosu-Mensah back. Aurier is brain dead. I think Aurier is just a bit more experienced, sitting and probably quite a bit more advanced than Timothy Fosu-Mensah is at the minute. There's some crazy comments going on right here. I'm trying to keep up with them. I really am. Now, someone's commented then, what's your name? Sorry, I think it was Jorgen. He says, Aurier's a right back. How is he going to improve our left back position? Well, he's not, obviously, but, you know, Antonio Valencia's 31. Is he? Am I right in saying 31 years old? I'm pretty sure I'm right in saying 31 years old. And you know what? I'm not even 100% sure about Valencia this season. Don't get me wrong. I do completely agree with him being the best player at in the squad last season. He was fantastic. But I just know how shaky he has been at right back in the past, and I'm sort of not completely convinced just based on one season. I'd like a natural right back. I don't know. That's just what I reckon anyway. Abdallah says Danny Rose with a question mark. Yeah, mate, that's what we've been going over today. Danny Rose. It seems like a bit of a lazy link, really, but it does seem like he's available if we want him. It's going to cost a ridiculous amount of money. But I would like a left back. I don't know about you, but a left back and a winger, I think, is what we need. Definitely. Let's get a couple. James Odes says awful. I'm just reading out your comments, by the way. They're coming in incredibly fast. I'm struggling to keep up. I only got a C in GCSE English, you see. I'm not that good at reading. A lot of people are criticising Rose. A lot of people are not happy about it. But do you not think that we need a left back? I mean, surely we need some sort of left back. Without doubt. The comments are coming in so fast. Raza says we don't need a left back. Who? What? Who do we play then? Nassaj says Luke Shaw potential, but mate, he's not. I don't know. Mourinho just doesn't seem to fancy him. But if it was up to me now, we'd go out and get a left back. I feel like Danny Rose would be a good shout, to be honest. If we can get him for not a complete rip-off price, and an out-and-out winger as well. Perisic would be lovely. Danny Rose, Perisic. I think we'd have a pretty decent squad going forward there. But that's just what I reckon. You know, we're all entitled to our opinions, aren't we? Right. Anyway, guys, we're going to be back tomorrow doing tomorrow's transfer news. Today on Full Time Devils, you can join us at 11 p.m. I'm sorry for me being all over the place today. I'm absolutely shattered. I had like 4 hours kip last night, or today, I should say. I don't know what's going on. Right, anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining me tonight, and we shall see you tomorrow. Laters. Bye-bye.